Greetings in the name of Yahusha Mashiach, Melech of Yasharal, Kohen forever, according to the order of Melchizedek, the elect one, the Ben of Yahuwah, who sits at the right hand of Yahuwah, all esteem, honor, and glory unto Yahuwah Kodesh name. My name is Melek Mikael Shelomoh. This is Melek Shelomoh Trading, and I'm going to do a quick recap here on ES futures. Right, so we're going to start from the open here. This is the RTH open, 9:30 Eastern time. So you see here, there's a bunch of buy sweeps, sell sweeps, absorption. So there's a bunch of stuff just happening here at the open, right? So let me just put this into perspective. Right, so those yellow dash lines are deviations. This is the VWAP right here, the solid yellow line. And we initially started selling off. So we were selling off from this R1 level, right? Hold on one second. All right, sorry. So we were selling off from this R1 level. We have heavy liquidity here. There's basically a algo. There's liquidity here. Let's see, about 111 on the offer. Right, so we're getting some resistance here from this liquidity, 108 on the offer. And this is a key level here for me for the Black Sun strategy, right? So we're also getting some volume pressure spikes at this level right here, right? So VPI dominance or volume pressure imbalances to the buy side. We also have some VP selling pressure as well, right? So we have that up and down, sellers take control. So let me just use this, right? Buyers never took it up. This is the resistance. And if I wanted to take like a Black Sun strategy, this would be like a open range or just a initial open kind of trade, right? I don't really take these open range trades too much, or like these open 5-minute candles, or what do they call them? I believe it's open range trades, right? So I don't really take these trades because there's not enough information for me to go off of, right? Yes, I'm at my level here. I have the pivot level. We're basically testing this +1 VWAP right here, but there's not enough information for the VWAPs to actually be relevant for me, right? Because it needs time to accumulate this information as it goes along here and VWAP goes down, right? So I was waiting for something like a retest. So we had this initial selling. So this is a nice trade right here. If you take open ranges, this is a nice trade right here, right? Came back down to 611, 61, 1150, and initially opened around here at 61, 1750 or around that area right there, right? So I'm looking at it here now, and I'm seeing basically low volume on the selling, right? So we had this initial volume here, exhaustion, low volume on the selling as we came down, right? We had some volume come in here. We start moving sideways. We start pulling back up, right? So right, this is a little internet gap right here. Wi-Fi dropped a little bit, and pushing back up here. We push back above VWAP. We start getting some volume coming in here, right? So I guess the buyers are a little more interested right now. They lose the fight right there at VWAP. We get a shakeout of initial buyers above VWAP. We get a little shakeout back down to -1 VWAP, just above -2, and Camarilla R3, right? So these are also higher time frame levels. R1 weekly, and this is a sign of weakness on a higher time frame, right? It's a distribution structure, right? So we start moving around here, basically accumulating just above R3, right? So moving along, still accumulating above R3. So R3 is in the Camarillas is in a higher value relationship, so any accumulation above Camarilla R3 is basically signaling buying strength, right? So we push above VWAP, right? We have volume coming in, higher volume pushing up, right? So this was my first mistake right here. So we came back up to test this level here at floor pivot R1, right? Now, what I'm not getting here for the setup of the Black Sun strategy, let me just open this up a little bit. As we come up here, I'm looking for exhaustion right at this level, but I'm not getting any buy sweeps. Like this is the only buy sweep we get right here, right? So there isn't much buy sweeps. We have one what's that? The iceberg sellers, right? So we have one iceberg seller right here. And this is basically what I'm going off of here, right? We push up to floor pivot R1. We start pulling back. This is +3 VWAP, so it's extended deviation. I start seeing the breakdown of +2 right here, right? And then we retest it, right? So when we retest it, I'm looking for continuation out of +2 VWAP, right? We didn't get that. We got a breakdown and a retest with exhaustion. So this is basically the entry for me right here in the Black Sun strategy, right? Now, things that are going against me is that we don't have any buy sweeps, and the VPI dominance, volume pressure imbalance is still heavily to the buy side, which is that green right there, right, that I'm highlighting, right? So it's heavily to the buy side, and this basically sold off a little bit, and it's basically like a shakeout, right? So I didn't take profit here. This was a sell from, let's see, 61.1650. It came down here to 61.1475. So only 2 points just above VWAP. And that's not a profit target for me. So I guess in this trade here, where was it? The first profit target was at 61.10, right? And I think I have a six, yeah, hold on. Right, so it's a 6 point target. 61.10 is the first target, right? And then I think the second target is down here at 61.0450. Is it? Hold on. Yeah. So basically there's no breakdown in this trade right here. Hold on 1 second. All right, I'm back. So we got this initial sell-in 2 points. It pulled back on me and basically came up here. And where was the stop out? I know I got stopped out here somewhere. Where is it? I'm not seeing the stop. All right, here's the stop out right here, right? So basically came back and hit my 2 point stop at 61.1850, right? So that's the stop out right there. So we start pushing up again, right? We hit some liquidity right here. We start getting some absorption indication going off, some buy stops. We start getting iceberg sellers coming in, heavy volume. Price is still not breaking down, but what we start to get is some buy sweeps, right? So we're getting some buy sweeps going up here. We're getting some iceberg sellers. We start showing some signs of exhaustion, but this is let's see here. This is +3 VWAP, so this is an extended deviation, right? So you can see this red line here, that's buy stops going off. We're still heavily into the volume pressure imbalance on the buy side, right? So this is basically a low probability trade because now I'm away from the pivot level, right? There's no pivot level right here, and I'm taking a short here again, right? So within taking this short now, I realized that, okay, if I'm seeing some exhaustion happening here, we have buy sweeps, buy stops going off, right? And for me to still hold on to this trade, I gotta move my stop up a little bit and give it a little room because we're probably gonna get like a little uptrust, right? So initially retested +3 VWAP, right? Look, it's right here. Let me just use the arrows. So retested +3 VWAP. That's after that I moved my stop up because I realized like it's probably gonna push up a little bit. So we came back down here. We had exhaustion on the sell side, right? Buyers took control again, started pushing up. We start getting the buy sweeps again, right? So heavy volume, buy sweeps again. So I could take the loss right here, right? Because we're coming back up to my original stop, but I decided to hold on to it a little bit, right? So just moving across here. And this is what I was looking for because I could see that there's some exhaustion starting to take place here. We have buy stops going off, and we have no continuation on the buy side, right? So we start moving down, we bounce around a little bit, we auction a little bit, we get some buy stops again, and these icebergs are selling right here, right? So we come up to this level. I move my stop up, move my stop up a little bit, but I'm not willing to really push above this level anymore, right? So I'm looking at this liquidity right here as basically like a gate. So I'm manually looking at it at where I'm gonna stop out, right? So I'm giving it a little room. It's auctioning. We start getting the exhaustion right here. Let me just open this up a little bit. And this isn't really great execution, right? This is just kind of, I guess I'm taking chances here a little bit on from a probability perspective, right? This is low probability selling because it's in an uptrend. We above floor pivot R1. We're showing we're maintaining above this +2 VWAP, right? But I'm starting to see the signs of the exhaustion, and we're on the outside edge of the volume profile as well, right? So we got this sweep down here, and I just basically stopped out of the trade at 61.1850, right? So off of the initial trade where I took the loss, this is basically like a break even. So it was just like a little kind of a scalp, really. You know what I'm saying? So just basically after this sweep down here, right? I know price action is gonna probably after sweeping down like that, it's gonna probably move back up, right? So once I get this here, I just decided to opt out of the trade, right? And just take profit wherever it lands because in these sweeps here, when you hit flatten, you don't know exactly where it's gonna stop out, right? Because price is moving so fast that when you hit flatten, it's gonna execute like a market order and it's gonna execute wherever these market makers decide to execute it, right? So let's see here. Let me see if I could find the stop out. The stop out is here, right? 61.1925, right? So on my execution platform on the multi-account, let me see if I could pull that up right now. Open panel. Right, so it shows a execution here at so the buy is at 61.1850, right? So on the bookmap chart, it's showing that it's 61.19 what? 61.1925, right? So who knows which one it really is? But basically recouped a little bit of the, well, broke even right here, right? So initially it was a 200 loss. Now it's at break even again, right? So that was basically the trade there, kind of taking some risk on the Black Sun strategy in this uptrend, right? So you see we're still grinding higher, but it's rotational within the move to the upside, right? Let me just switch over here real quick. Right, so on Trader Map Pro, on Trader Map Lite, without the algos and stuff, it's a little clearer. So we're still grinding higher, but you can see it's some sideways movements and consolidation and stuff. So it's still shaking out like buyers and stuff, right? So yeah, that was the trade today. I guess it's I'm a little fortunate to be break even on this trade. Made a little, I guess it's an educated guess with the probability of it breaking down here, right? Where is it? Where I got back to break even. Let me see. Let me go back to the trade. Right. So moving up the stop is not really a great idea to do that. Um, it's frowned upon in trading to be moving your stops and stuff like that. But I saw the what could I say, the exhaustion coming in, but the exhaustion is not like it's in an uptrend, right? So we're just rotating on the upside. So it's not like how I'm gonna get like 12 points on the breakdown. This is just gonna stop out some people and push back up, right? So initial sell, had to move up my stop a little bit to accommodate for the uptrust. Got the sweep and just stopped out, right? All right, y'all. So it's Melek Mikhail Shalomo. That's my trade recap there. Not really a great performance. I'm not really proud of this trade right here. So let's see. I'm probably gonna be trading on Friday again. I'm gonna take a couple of days off. I have something to observe, and yeah, I'll be back on Friday, I think. Yeah. All right, y'all. So if not on Friday, I'll see y'all next week. All right, y'all. Bless.